In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Notion Calendar to plan your content step by step. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you've ever felt scattered with your ideas in one place, drafts in another, and deadlines in your head, this tutorial is going to help you bring it all together in one system. Notion recently updated its calendar to work seamlessly with syncing the Notion databases to their actual calendar. So that means you can map out blog posts, social media, podcasts, and email newsletters in a simple visual calendar that you can access from anywhere. And you can even time block when you're going to edit, post, etc. By the end of this video, you'll know how to set up a content calendar, add posts with deadlines, and use views and filters to stay on top of your schedule. So first off, what is Notion Calendar? Notion Calendar is a dedicated calendar app that syncs with your Notion databases. So instead of just being a simple grid of dates, it actually acts like a true planning tool. You can pull tasks and content ideas from Notion and see them laid out on a timeline. You can even drag and drop items to reschedule and connect everything back to your content database. Notion Calendar integrates with Google Calendars and other scheduling tools to make it easier to plan across platforms as well. For content creators, coaches, and entrepreneurs, it's one of the easiest ways to keep publishing consistent. Now, why plan content with a calendar? Content creation is about consistency. If you only post when inspiration strikes, your audience won't know what to expect and your growth will stall. A calendar helps you see your publishing schedule at a glance, space out different types of content so your feed feels balanced, avoid last minute panic because you already know what's coming, track campaigns and promotions alongside your everyday posts. So instead of juggling sticky notes, random docs, and reminders on your phone, a content calendar keeps everything organized in one place. Okay, for me, I have gone back and forth about creating an actual content calendar or just kind of like letting the content flow intuitively. And honestly, I do kind of a combination of both. I need the structure in the idea and when I'm going to be doing what, but then within creating the actual content, I can add a little bit of flexibility. What's really important is you find a way to plan and create content that actually works for you. But again, either way, whether you like the more intuitive, flowy approach or you really want structure so you can create that consistency, I still would recommend having a content calendar so you at least have an idea of, some ideas and stuff to get you started. Let's get into how to create this. So what you need to do first is create a Notion account. And if you use our link down below, you can go ahead and get signed up with the free version. So once you click that link down below, you can click Get Notion for free. Then you can get signed up with Google, Apple, or any other email address works. Just follow the instructions. And then once you are in, you can go ahead and log into Notion. Also, you can download an app. You can do it just on Chrome or Safari or whatever, but I have the downloaded Notion app on my desktop as well. Okay, what we're going to go ahead and do first is we're just going to create a new page. So we're going to call this content calendar. I'm going to change to example because I have my own content calendar. Okay, so now we're going to create an actual database. So we've created the page. Now we need to create an actual database. So I would do database inline, example, content calendar. Okay, so right now we're looking at this view that's just a table. What we're going to eventually do is go ahead and change it to a calendar view so you can actually see it laid out. Okay, maybe this is posting calendar. The next step we're going to do is kind of create everything within the table, right? So maybe this will be title, like the name of the post, etc. We'll keep this maybe like posting date. We'll add a status. Let's see what the AI gives us. Yep, love content type, status, right? We're actually going to add channel. This will be select. And then maybe just some extra notes. Okay, so now within each of these, let's customize the actual property. So status, we've got not started, in progress, done. That's fine, but at the end of the day, there's more steps to creating content than just not started, in progress, and done. So what we can do is maybe it's idea, and then in the in progress, we'll do scripted. Maybe we'll change this. Filmed, and then maybe this is edited, and this is posted or scheduled. Okay. Again, you want to make sure it's whatever your workflow is, right? So you can customize these to be whatever you want. You can change the colors as well. Like if we wanted the in progress to be yellow. Oh my gosh, that is not yellow, that is orange. And then that looks good. Maybe we want this to be red. So again, customize it to whatever is your workflow is. Then we've got posting date, we've got content type. Now we'll need to edit what's in here. So let's edit the property, add an option. So maybe this is blog post, maybe Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, long form, YouTube, short form. Okay, and then what we're actually going to do is instead of select, we're actually going to do multi-select because sometimes we post across multiple channels, right? If you have multiple channels for, maybe YouTube or multiple channels for TikTok, you can go ahead and add that right here too. And then any other notes. You even can add media and say like final content or whatever, right? Or edited content. And then you could even add like draft content if you wanted to, if you had like a team or something like that. Okay, so now we've got the bare bones. So 5 tips to eating healthy. Okay, maybe we've scripted this. This is a podcast. We're gonna leave that blank or maybe even remove that. Any notes? Now, what we can do, maybe we wanna post this Friday. Cool. Now we can see we've got it right here. A couple other things too is you can edit. You can just customize everything. So if we go to the layout calendar, what we can do is this is where you would edit posting date. So you could have a posting calendar, you could have an editing calendar, you could do so much with it. If you want this to be a week instead of a month, you can also do that. I like to wrap the page titles so you can actually see them. Also, if we wanted to add property visibility, we can come in here and do status. So then we can actually see where it's at in the process. Maybe we want to add the content type as well. Okay, so now again, we've got the bare bones. Maybe you also create a template in here that is podcast temp. Okay, and in here, it's like add heading, and we'll just call this like ideas/brain dump. Then we'll do description, then we'll do thumbnail, ideas, then content. So whatever, maybe you need to do shot lists or something like that, right? So you can completely customize this to work for you. So now that, as you can see, we've got a podcast template. So now maybe we want to add a little icon. Okay, and then in the podcast, wait, did that work? Nope. We have to edit this template. We'll add the icon. Bam. Now maybe we want to add another template that's like short form or email, right? Then the content type, maybe this could be all of these, right? You also can customize it completely. Then maybe we just want this to be like shot list, scripts, or whatever it may be, right? Okay, you can also reorganize these very easily. Okay, so you can see, bam. Now let's just say, I have an idea for a content I want to do and it's a short form piece of content. Cool. Shot list, script, bam. We've got it all right here. Okay, so now the beauty of Notion and Notion Calendar is that they sync together. So all you have to do is click Manage in Calendar. So you do have to download Notion Calendar. It's free. And then in here, all our database will be linked to here. So as you can see, this is my personal content calendar, but as you can see, I've got literally all of my content in here, right? Blog. In here, I can see the status, the type, the content medium, which is something that I personally add. I could add my CTA, so maybe it's my Notion template or whatever. So everything is in here. It's all communicating. So it's kind of like all day, or if you wanted to like add it specifically right here, we'll actually add a time. So I'll show you mine just so you have an example. We'll go to my content calendar. Okay, vlog. I'm just gonna make this bigger. So then see how it added the posting date right here in the time as well. So again, the beauty of Notion Calendar and Notion is that they're completely talking together. They're just completely cohesive and talking to each other. So if you edit something on a database in Notion, it will also edit in your calendar. So that way, if you're like, okay, cool, like I actually am editing this right now. And then it will also update that directly into your Notion database as well. So it's so powerful because you can incorporate time blocking and task management with your actual content calendar. I have a lot of stuff in here. I've been doing this for years, but I have an email schedule, a podcast schedule. This is all schedule, so I can see everything, right? Again, I even have this progress tracker, right? But I really like the calendar views, and then those immediately go over to my actual calendar. So it's so powerful to have both of them talking to each other. So now what you can actually do is use this to advantage by planning your weekly and monthly content. So you can go ahead and plan for the next 7 days to confirm you have a balanced mix of posts. You can make small adjustments so you don't overload one day. For monthly planning, you can zoom out and even map categories. For example, if you're promoting a product launch, you can add teaser posts, behind the scenes content, and the official announcement spread across the month. Again, that's the beauty of Notion, is you can create tags and you can create different filters so you can actually see those in your content calendar. Another cool feature is just being able to drag and drop. So maybe I wanted to for example, this, I actually thought I posted it. I actually was going to post it yesterday, but I didn't, so I can easily move this. And I can see, okay, it's in the scheduled, I don't have any editing to do, etc. It's good to go. And then maybe I want to move this one over then, right? So the drag and drop makes it super easy too. Another cool feature is just being able to collaborate with your team. So if you work with a team, Notion makes collaboration super easy. You can actually assign posts to different people using the assign to property. You can add comments directly inside each content card for feedback. This just keeps your workflow transparent, so everyone knows what's coming up and who is responsible and at what deadline. So for example, going back to the content calendar that we created, what we can do if we come over to the table, we can actually go ahead and change this to, person. So this is assigned to, and then we can actually select specific people. That is, if you had like a team or something like that helps you edit and manage your workflow, or if you had an assistant that was in charge of moving things through the pipeline. Notion is so powerful, but I wanted to touch on some common mistakes to avoid when starting a content calendar in Notion. First off is adding too many properties at once. It's just going to make the database feel too overwhelming, and then you're just not even going to want to use it anyways. I've done that so many times where I create these complex workflows and databases, and then it's too complex for me to actually want to use it. Another common mistake is just forgetting to update the statuses, which is going to lead to confusion about what's actually ready to post. And then another mistake is just not using filters, which can make it hard to find posts by channel or type. Like I showed you in mine, I have a filter for every type of content. So I've got my YouTube, I've got my podcast, I've got my emails all in separate calendars, all filtered out. And then I also have an all calendar, which I can see every single post that's going out that week. Another common mistake is just planning too far ahead and then never actually sticking to the schedule. Again, if you have too many things on there and you're not actually keeping up with it, it's just going to feel like you're constantly behind, which is going to make you feel like you're not doing enough. So just start simple. Start with your core properties like title, status, publish date, and type, and then build the habit of updating the calendar daily, and then you can add extra layers later on. So now to help you decide if Notion Calendar and Notion is right for content planning for you, let's talk about some pros and cons. So the pros are that it gives you a clear visual schedule, it keeps all content in one place, and it makes rescheduling super easy. It also integrates with your databases so you never lose track of ideas. It also works for both solo creators and teams. So again, it's so powerful if you have a team behind you. But now for some of the cons are that just requires setup, right? And it can feel like a blank slate at first compared to a dedicated content planning tools. You do have to customize a bit more, but once you build your system, it just gives you so much more flexibility and control than other apps. Also, there are so many free and paid templates that you can go ahead and try yourself if you don't want to start from scratch. Even on Notion, if you just click new page, you click templates, I bet we could just search content calendar, social media calendar. Bam. Okay. So you can even start from there and then edit however you would like to use it. Okay. Lastly, I just wanted to touch on the pricing so you're aware, but honestly, Notion has such a good free plan. I used the free plan for probably a year or two until I ran out of space, but with the free plan, you get basic forms, basic sites, you get access to Notion Calendar as well, completely free, Notion Mail, and then databases with Substacks, dependencies, custom properties, and more. Then they've got the Plus plan, which is $10 per member per month paid annually. With this, you get everything in the free, but you get unlimited collaborative blocks, unlimited file uploads, unlimited charts, custom forms, custom sites, and basic integrations. And again, I upgraded to that once I needed more space. I just had too much information in there and I ran out of space, so I had to go ahead and update to the Plus plan. Next is the business plan, and this is $20 per member per month. And with this, you get everything in the Plus plan, but you get SAML, you get granular database permissions, you can verify any page, private team spaces, domain verification, and premium integrations. And they do have an enterprise plan as well, but you do have to contact them. But again, even get started with the free plan, and then once you run out of space like I did, you can go ahead and upgrade from there. So is Notion Calendar right for you? If you're tired of juggling multiple tools or losing track of your posting schedule, Notion Calendar is such a great fit. It's simple enough for beginners to use, but powerful enough to scale with your business. Whether you post once a week or every day, having a calendar makes you more consistent and less stressed. And since it connects directly with your Notion workspace, you'll never have to wonder where your content plan lives. The bottom line is that Notion Calendar makes content planning clear and simple. With a linked database, custom views, and easy drag and drop rescheduling, you can see your entire content plan in one place. Stop trying to remember everything or keep up with random notes. With Notion Calendar, you can have a clear roadmap for your content, and you'll always know what's coming next. As a personal note, I know how stressful it can feel when you're trying to grow a business and you're posting last minute with no plan, but a content calendar takes that stress away and gives you a system you can trust. If you want to get started with Notion and start planning your content with Notion Calendar, make sure you use our exclusive link down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for your support. It really just helps us to continue to create free tutorials just like this. This channel is dedicated to helping entrepreneurs and small business owners grow smarter online with tools that save time and keep you organized. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.